So, good evening, everyone. Welcome to this induction session today. So, I am Sunanda Banerjee, as I mentioned before. I am the Regional Coordinator East under GCMER. So, today in this session, as Anisha ma'am mentioned before, that we are going to tell you all about GCMER and what it is and how you can benefit as a member of GCMER. So, moving ahead. So first of all, let's start with what is GCMER? So Global Consortium of Medical Education and Research. What is this organization that we have here? So GCMER is basically a research-oriented organization. It's a global organization of the students, which promotes research-oriented mindset in students through various research-based activities. Then we conduct various workshops and webinars and a lot of research-based competitions to promote this research-oriented mindset in students. So it was the purpose of our organization to create this research community within the country, within India, as well as like internationally, so that research, the medical students who are actually interested in research can come together and connect globally, as well as like in India, mostly in India, and then we brought in the global concept. So first, it was founded in July 2020 by our founder and president, Dr. Ocean Bell, and there were only 15 members at the beginning. Right now, we have over 500 national members in India, and 15 core teams and 30 sub-team members. And it has become a global member organization since September 2021. Now, moving ahead. In this slide, I'm going to talk about what our mission is as a global organization. Now, as I mentioned before, this organization was created so that it can establish this research community of medical students. It is the purpose, the mission of our organization is to bring together research-minded students across India, across the world, to come together and to connect with each other and to share the ideas amongst each other and to conduct their research projects as a part of a community, as a part of a global research community. So this is the purpose of GCMER. And as we know that some of us here are targeting the foreign examinations such as the USMLE and the PLAB. So for these exams, there is a requirement of a research project, research experience requirement of minimum 6 months. So for these things, we have this GCMER organization, which would help you conduct your research projects as a part of this global community that we have here. Now, moving ahead, there are certain primary goals which have been set by our organization. These primary goals include these 4 points I've mentioned here: to establish, to implement, to promote, and to connect. Now, to establish, as Anisha ma'am mentioned before about student research councils, Devanshu is going to elaborate about the student research councils more ahead. Now, these our primary goal as a global organization is to establish a network of these student research councils across many colleges in India. So we have already established a lot of SRCs across India, and we hope to establish more such SRCs in the future. And I hope that a lot of you will be joining us after this session today. So after establish, it is our primary goal to implement. Now, what do we want to implement? As I talked before, that our aim is to bring together the research-minded students across the country and across the entire world to be a part of this research community. So we want to implement various research related activities in the various colleges in India so that research becomes more approachable for every student in India, not only in India, but across all nations in the world. So we already conduct a lot of such research related activities, such as like research presentation, webinars, and some research related workshop and various competitions such as case writing competition or like some research paper presentation events are being conducted by our global journal club, which I'm going to talk about later into the presentation. Now, our next goal is to promote, as I mentioned before, it is our aim to promote research in the medical students across the nation and to connect uh, via we want to establish this concept of multicentric research across the medical colleges in India via this network of SRCs, which we have already created, which we want to expand further ahead. And finally, we want to connect the research, the students who are interested in research with mentors and guides who can guide them into into their interests of fields in research. So these four are our primary goals. Now moving ahead, there are certain secondary goals that we have. These secondary goals include that we want to make our organization more internationally recognized so that we can connect with other global nations and expand our research forum across the world and help the students interested in research to approach the concept of international research. And it is our aim to get funding for our members and their research projects, international funding. And then it is also our aim to get the government to recognize GCMER to help the medical students get more acquainted with research work. And it is also our aim to facilitate more such foreign collaborations so that we want to connect with more foreign research entities to create a stronger network of students across the world. And these foreign collaborations include European Student Think Tank, then UNESCO Bioethics, ISCOMS, BrainComs, etc. Moving ahead, how can you participate and how can you become a member of GCMER? So, like some of the colleges in India already have this SRC. So if you want to become a member of GCMER, you can approach the SRC in your college, which will be later discussed into the presentation. And if you do not already have an SRC in your college, you can approach us, the regional coordinators in the national team of GCMER, who will help you establish an SRC in your college. So these are some of the benefits that are mentioned here as a member, what benefits you can enjoy. So like the GCMER national team, then you can participate in the various workshops and events being conducted by GCMER every month and every week. And there is this upcoming GCMER conference in the month of July, which will be discussed later ahead. And also like to pursue your fields of interest in research and to know more about research. So GCMER helps you out with all this. So moving ahead, this is our national team structure. What our national team consists of. So at the top of the pyramid, we have our global president, Dr. Ocean Bell. under whom we have the National President of India and the Vice President Globalization. So the Vice President Globalization is basically the exchange coordinator, the growth manager, and is responsible for all the international partnerships that we have or that we want to pursue in the future. And under the National President of India, we have the Vice President of Public Relations, Vice President SRC, who is Anisha ma'am here, and a Vice President Activities and Events. Now, the regional coordinators, like I am the regional coordinator East, we are directly under the Vice President SRC. And it is our responsibility as the regional coordinators to establish more such SRCs across the country. And these SRCs also have certain leadership positions open, such as the college secretaries, the college assistant secretaries, and college ambassadors. Now, these positions, these SRCs are directly managed by us, the regional coordinators, and we have to report to the Vice President SRC about all this, about all the SRCs across the nation. Now, the Vice President Public Relations is responsible for the website, the content writing, the designing, and Instagram in charge, like the Instagram page of GCMER is managed by the Public Relations team, and the email in charge, and the newsletter in charge, and the sponsorships in charge. So the Public Relations team manage all this. And under the Activities and Events team, we have Vice President Activities and Events has to manage the various activities which are being organized by GCMER every month. So like educational activities and national partnerships, newsletter in charge, conference in charge, research activities coordinator, and even the certificates of GCMER is being published by the Activities and Events team. Now, moving ahead. So here we have the GCMER Activities and Events. I'm going to speak about each team a bit, like the GCMER Activities and Events team, and the Globalization team, and the Public Relations team. So I have already mentioned the duties and responsibilities of the Activities and Events team in the previous slide. So here we have certain events which are being organized by the Activities and Events team, and which and certain activities which are going to be conducted by them later ahead. So right now, we are having something called the Global Journal Club, which is quite active right now. So under the Global Journal Club, we keep a theme for every month, and we these events. In these events, you have to present a research paper as a part of this event. So this month, our theme was diabetes mellitus, which was recently on the 25th of May. And last month, it was the theme was ischemic heart disease. So every month, we keep certain theme and host these events under the Global Journal Club. If you become a member, you will get to participate in these events and enjoy these events. Now, the Activities and Events team also conducted something called the MediStats, which was a 2-day workshop, which was held by a biostatistician. It was a talk given by a biostatistician. And they have certain upcoming talks with the specialists, like every various kind of specialists, such as I think they have planned out a session with a microbiologist in the future. So they'll be conducting such sessions with certain specialists in the future. And if you become a member of GCMER right now, you'll be able to attend these sessions in the future. Now, moving ahead. Now I'm going to talk about the GCMER Globalization Team. Now, our GCMER team has expanded to 9 countries so far. So we started with a small team in India. Now we have expanded to Bulgaria, China, Nepal, Ukraine, UK, etc. All these countries, all the 9 countries that you can see here, we've expanded to all these countries. And most of these countries are pretty active right now in terms of conducting events. So recently they have conducted a lot of events, such as you can see here, GCMER Georgia had conducted something called the Research Perspective recently. It was on the 20th of May. Then like GCMER Nepal, GCMER Pakistan, GCMER Bulgaria, all these countries, they are very active right now, and they have been conducting a lot of events lately. So all these things are monitored by the GCMER Globalization Team, and we hope to expand our country into other, expand our organization into other countries in the future. So yeah. Moving on, now the GCMER Public Relations Team. So they also, as I mentioned before, the public relations team is responsible to maintain all the social media, like our Instagram page, our website, then our email. All these are maintained by the public relations team. And the public relations team also keep uh, keep bombarding us with a lot of events every week or every month. So, like right now, they have something called the Research Breakdown series going on. It is an event on Instagram. So, under this Research Breakdown event, what they do is that they bring to you a simplified synopsis of a research paper so that it is easier for you to understand. So as I mentioned before, as a global organization, it is our aim to make research more approachable for the medical students so that they understand what research is and how to proceed with research. And if you're interested to pursue a like a career, like your if you're interested to pursue research um, as your future, like in the future, if you are interested to pursue research, then organization like GCMER will help you out a lot. So apart from this research breakdown, we have something called the Pan Week Mid Streak, which is being going on Instagram right now, which is so amazing. Like every day, so you can see here, like there are mnemonic Mondays. So like they have divided this event into the days in the week. So like we have mnemonic Mondays. An example is given here. So like we have like Captopril, and they have made a beautiful mnemonic out of this. Like the topic was pancreatitis. So every day. So today is what? Today is Saturday. So you'll get a surgical Saturday fact today. And every day they keep on posting such interesting facts and like something to do with research every day, so that you are engaged and so that you gain more knowledge each and every day. So it is quite interesting. You can go to our Instagram page and check all this out so that um, your interest in research gradually increases. And the public relations team is also responsible for the sponsorships and the collaborations for the various GCMER events. Like there were a lot of collaborations recently with like AMSA India, then Clinicase, SN, SNO, etc., etc. So you can enjoy all these benefits as a member of GCMER. So this is like the end of my part of the presentation. Now I would like to hand over to Devanshu. So here you go. Thank you.
Hi, thank you so much, Samantha. Hello guys, good evening. My name is Devanshu and I'm the West Regional Coordinator for the GCMR SRCs. So right now we have come to the main part where everyone wants to know what an SRC is. So basically, Student Research Councils are also known as SRCs, GCMR small rootlets in various colleges across India that help in better understanding and promoting research among undergraduate medical students. So basically, SRC is like a research club or an entity which you'll have in a college where like-minded students can come together and like learn about research, teach each other, as well as like experience how to do research and learn from professors as well as the seniors as well. Okay, next slide, please. Okay, am I audible?
Yes,
Yes.
you are.
Okay, so now, like I said, GCMR SRC is a college level organization which consists of students interested in research. So I'll tell you the structure of an SRC. So an SRC has the head of the SRC is an secretary, and under him will come the assistant secretary, and as well as we have a college ambassador. So this is the coordinating body, and after that, all the students who are GCMR members will come under the SRC. So the secretary is responsible for getting more members together and organizing research and hello, am I audible now? I'm having internet problems, I think.
Yes, you are audible now.
Oh, I can start from like where did I lose the internet?
You were talking about the structure of the SRCs.
Okay, sorry. So the SRC has a secretary, and then there's an assistant secretary, and as well as a college ambassador. So the secretary is the head of the SRC. So he's responsible for getting more students, as well as to conduct the events which are given by the to conduct the local events which are like given by us. So I'll tell you about the local events later. So the GCMR SRC also has the autonomy to conduct their own events. So yeah. Next slide, please. Hello. Yeah, I'll just close my video so that I can be able to. Am I audible now?
Yes, you are.
Okay, so right now I'll tell you the perks of forming an SRC. So why should we be a part of the SRC and what is like the advantages of being in an SRC? So the first is like a research oriented outlook. So innovation is the mother of revolutions in medical science and research is the core reason behind it. So, and to develop this perspective and grow all around as a clinician. So when you do research or perform a research on your own, you dig deeper into a topic and you get to know more about the topic as well as more about the clinics. So so you get to know and you get to experience more about, so overall you can become a better clinician, as well as while doing your research you come across many students as well as you meet many patients as well as the professors, so you can develop and like socially interact with everyone, and while you're having problems with research you like yeah. Hello.
Yes, now we can hear you.
So as I was saying, so while you're doing your research, you come across various patients and various professors. So you overall you grow as a clinician. You learn to do like certain techniques. You learn to talk. So and you learn to interact as well. So it will help you increase your network like with the professors, as well as you can learn from seniors or take help from them. So by the events, you get a first-hand experience to organize events, to speak. So you'll gain confidence. You learn leadership qualities as well as management of the events. So that is like a good opportunity to present yourself. Then there are various like national events which are conducted, as well as competitions between the SRCs. So in that you can represent your college. So that will also create awareness. So the people in your college, they will be like they'll look at you with inspiration. So you can like create awareness about research as well as competition. Hello, hello,
Yes, you can continue.
hello. Next slide, please.
Hi everyone. So, like Devanshu is having a lot of internet issues, so I'll be taking over for the rest of the slide from here. There are just a few more, so I'm not going to blabber much. So, as he talked before, that like under these SRCs, we host a lot of events. So there are certain local events which are being conducted by every individual SRC, and then we have certain national events as well. So these local events, like recently we had certain events such as a case report writing workshop and competition. Then we had something, we are having it right now, something called the Vital Reads. It's just a presentation of PubMed indexed research articles. Then we have something called the Research Protocol 101, which is also going on right now. So these are the various events which are conducted by the SRCs. And for these events, the toolkit is being provided by the national team to these SRCs so that they can conduct these events efficiently in their own college. Now, then we have a lot of national events, and like as I talked about the Global Journal Club before. So these events are the national events. So under the Global Journal Clubs, the events being conducted are the national events. Then we have certain research methodologies, workshops, and recently we had this collaboration with the British Medical Journal, the BMJ, which was a case report writing competition. It was a national level event, which was a very successful event, and it was a very interesting event in collaboration with the BMJ. So it was a big deal for us collaborating with the BMJ. It was a big event. So now moving on. Now we have something called we have the National GCMER conference coming up in the month of July, which will be conducted in the hybrid mode. It will be both online and offline. And if you become a GCMER member now, you will get to avail this conference free of cost, and you'll be able to participate in all these competitions, such as like the paper presentation event and poster presentation event, research fair, protocol presentation, all this you will get to attend free of cost as a member of GCMER. And the theme of our conference is Future of Medicine. So there will be a lot of workshops as well, which will be conducted under this conference. And the SRCs, which are there already, pre-existing SRCs, will get special benefits of conducting these something like the group research projects under this conference. So if you want to enjoy all these benefits, please join GCMER, because this national level conference is a one-of-a-kind experience which you will get to enjoy, which you'll get to avail as a member of GCMER. Now, moving ahead, these are our membership programs, like the membership costs for our Indian medical graduate students. So the premium UG premium membership starts at rupees 500, and the lifetime membership, this is only for a year. But if you want to take the lifetime membership, it is at a cost of rupees 1400. And the PG premium membership is at rupees 1000, and lifetime membership is at rupees 2000. So you can avail these programs to enjoy all the benefits being provided to you by GCMER. So yeah, moving ahead, this is just a quote by our founder and president of GCMER, Dr. Ocean Bell. I'm not going to elaborate about this. So yeah, this is it. This was all about the presentation today. Thank you for listening. Thank you for your time. Thank you for joining us today. So if you have any questions, we'll take them now. And these are the websites which you can access to get to know about GCMER more. We'll be sharing these links on the group. So if you have